San Francisco, your electricity bills could be half of what they are today. My name's Shoykat Chakrabarty. I'm running for Congress in San Francisco against Nancy Pelosi. I used to be AOC's chief of staff, so I know a little bit about what Congress can do right now to get your electricity bills down. In 1913, San Francisco built a power plant in Yosemite National Park. This is the Hetch Hetchy Dam. And San Francisco was allowed to build this with one condition. The power from Hetch Hetchy would be provided to San Francisco residents at the lowest possible cost with no private profit. This was called the Raker Act. There's just one problem. San Francisco ran out of money trying to build all the distribution lines, so it cut a deal with PG&E. And for the last over 100 years, PG&E has been using its influence inside City Hall in Sacramento to make sure that arrangement never changes. It's a great deal for PG&E because even though San Francisco generates about 80% of the power that people in San Francisco use through the Hetch Hetchy Dam and Clean Power SF, PG&E gets to just collect rent on the distribution lines that take that power from the generation sources to your homes. The result is you pay about 30 to 40% more on your electricity bills than if San Francisco just had a publicly owned utility. We know this because that's about how much cheaper it is in other cities like Sacramento, where they do have a publicly owned utility. And on top of that, all of the money that we pay to PG&E today would instead be going to San Francisco. So San Francisco could buy out all of PG&E's infrastructure without paying a dime in taxpayer money. And some estimates show that San Francisco would actually be making $500 million more on top of this. That would be enough to fully fund Muni and SFUSD. So in 2019, when PG&E was on the verge of bankruptcy, San Francisco actually offered to buy all of PG&E's infrastructure in the city for $2.5 billion. But PG&E refused. They said the offer was too low, and they've been slowballing this ever since. At this point, it's clear that we need to light a fire under PG&E's ass to actually get this done. When Nancy Pelosi was Speaker of the House and the Democrats had the House, Senate, and presidency, she should have used her position in Congress to threaten to enforce the Raker Act. It's illegal for PG&E to have this infrastructure and forced PG&E to make a deal. And if I'm elected to Congress, not only am I going to force PG&E to make the deal, but I'll fight for legislation that makes it easy for all municipalities to have publicly owned utilities. I'm going to have draft legislation for that up on my website soon, so check it out.